In the last video, I mentioned that Newcastle East End moved to St James's Park in 1892. And also in 1892, this building was built. And this was the Ouseburn School. And this is a very interesting building. It was designed by Frank West Rich, who was a famous architect around Newcastle. And Frank West Rich was the chief architect of William Armstrong. And William Armstrong, I've mentioned him a couple of times before in my videos. He was the richest man in the world in his day, and he owned two enormous shipyards, one at Elswick and the Walker Naval Yard just there. Now, William Armstrong was responsible for building pretty much almost all of the Japanese fleet at the turn of the 20th century. So when Japan went to war with Russia in 1905 and they beat Russia and surprised everyone, at least half of their fleet was built at Elswick Works here. And so Armstrong had a lot of business interests with selling his guns and his ships to the Japanese. This was an upcoming power in the world. And this, if you haven't noticed, is Japanese in style, and that's not a coincidence. This is a typical kind of architectural feature that you see in East Asia, especially in Japan and China. And also, like I said, the chief architect, Frank Rich, was Armstrong's chief architect. Now, obviously, Armstrong, with his deep business interests in Japan, he wanted to impress his Japanese clients and the Japanese diplomatic delegation when they arrived here. They came here in 1906 after the war with Russia to thank the Newcastle shipbuilders. And General Togo was an Anglophile, and he studied in England and he spoke very good English. So this was a bit of canny salesmanship on Armstrong's part here to have this built, this Japanese building, Ouseburn School.